Hi guys, my name is Cynthia and today we are going to be making space because we built a new bed and it's going to be the berry bed. We also built an onion bed. So in order to get that done, I have to move this fig tree, which is right here. And I really truly should not have planted it here anyway because I have a black walnut tree and I did not do enough research and it's not really good for figs, the jugalone that's in the black walnut tree. So I'm going to pop that up. I also have to move an allium, which is like right there, because the bed is going to go, it's a 6 foot by 2 foot bed. So we're going to go ahead and remove that. I also have to move this barrel. So I have these Proven Winter giant tubs. I also have other things that I'm going to be placing the soil in. I don't know where I'm going to put the berries yet. I don't know what I'm going to do, to be honest, but we're going to try to do something today because I need to get it done. Oh my God, look how nice. Fresh gloves from the garden center. Oh, lovely. It's such a beautiful day. The birds are chirping. The bulbs are up. Things are just looking great. It looks like it made it through the winter. Nothing looks dead, but I also don't see any growth. In fact, it still feels supple, but I don't know. Oh no, not a daffodil. Nay. Please. Okay. But I don't know if it's alive. It doesn't, but everything's really dormant right now. Like nothing that I have is, only just my daffodils are, as you can see, they're not even flowered. They're just kind of just starting to peek through. But I'm moving this and this, and hopefully you can hear me. Hopefully everything's working correctly. I'm really afraid of moving this fig. I should never have planted it back here anyway. I didn't do any research last year. I just wanted it out of the pot. It was on my deck and I didn't like it there. And because I don't have a fence, it was kind of easier to plant it in between these two and in front of the forsythia so that no predator would eat it. Predator, no deer. Wow, the root system is enormous. All right, let me bring you closer so you can see what I'm looking at. So I don't know if you can see the amazing roots on this fig. It is absolutely gorgeous. Oy. The ground is so wet and really cold actually. Putting my gloves back on because I can't really, it's just freezing. All right, this was such a big root ball to begin with because it was in a pot. And, oh, look at that. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm just gonna lay it in this bucket for now. Dig up this little guy right here and move it, this allium. It doesn't seem to have a bloom spike, but none of them do, to be quite honest. None of my alliums right now have any kind of, and anytime you remove an allium, just go kind of far away from it because you just never know where the bulb is going to be. I'm kind of nervous. I don't want to ruin it. Oh shoot. What is here? What is here? Big piece of bark. I use the no-till method on my garden back here. And the soil, I mean, I had beautiful soil. I'm not going to lie to you. I have gorgeous soil, but it definitely helped. Ooh, I think I got it all. Ay, 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 carajo. Oh well, I got it all. That's good. Just putting some of this dirt over here. I'm going to have to find something to fill that with. It's not going to be easy, but look at this. It's split into 3, and look at that worm. You see how beautiful that worm is? He's so cute. I'm gonna go ahead and put him in the hole. And I'm gonna put this allium. Oh man, you know what? I'm gonna put it behind my tree. Because it's a beautiful day, we have a lot of people working in their garden. So I apologize for that. So this is behind my Santa Rosa plum. And I'm gonna plant, I see a weed here. So I'm gonna dig up that weed and plant it right there. I'm planning on, right behind the Santa Rosa plum, putting a bunch of foxgloves. My winter sowing, it actually works. Look at this weed. Not a weed. It's gotta be the Forsythia, I think. I just tossed it. I hope that this guy lives. I don't know if he will. He might not. But we're just gonna plant it at the same depth that it was. He might be a little too high, but c'est la vie. I'm gonna come around with more mulch, so he will eventually get more mulch. There's so much mulch on top. And I actually, in here, I think I had peppers last year. Yeah, I did. There's still lots of roots. In fact, if I do find roots, I'm gonna put them in that giant hole. And I have some right here. Let's see. Look at that. I'm just gonna toss them in the hole to just make up some of that matter, you know. I think I have another something right here. Oh my goodness. Lord have mercy, look at that. I'm gonna toss that in the hole too. I may not need any soil with all these roots I'm finding. Oh no, it's dill. Dill was coming up. That's so cute. I can't dig that out. I actually had dill in here now that I remember, because I saw some dill coming up. I love it. And I can't really use this soil anyway because of, well, I can. I'm going to reuse the soil, but I have to take out all this root matter, and I'm just going to dump it in the giant fig hole. Oh my God, I think I see. What was in here? I can't remember. Whatever it was is growing again. Do you see that? I don't know if you can see that. It's growing again. Cute. Okay. Now I'm just gonna put a little soil on the bottom. And then I'm going to grab this giant fig. Oh, it doesn't fit. Do I have a bigger one? Oh, I do. This one. You're probably like, what Proven Winners did you buy in that? I bought a, what was it? A hydrangea, I believe, in these. 2 giant hydrangeas. Like one of my trees. I think actually both my hydrangea trees I bought in here. I see some new growth coming from the fig, which is nice. So I'm happy about that. Wow, this isn't gonna live here long. It just fits. Holy cow. It actually really doesn't fit at all, but I'm gonna force it. Let me get rid of these roots. Dump it in the hole. Oh, this isn't gonna work. But that's okay. I'm gonna plant it up later this weekend. I literally just need to move these beds. It's a dill. Can you see it? It's a little baby dill. So cute. All right, guys. We're gonna speed up the movement process, and then I will put my beds in and plant my berries. So I'm literally just moving dirt around so that I can move that barrel where the blueberry is. I'm uncovering the blueberry, and I was really happy to notice that there were buds, and I am gonna keep the straw that's around the berry only because I just planted those berries in the fall, and it just felt kind of wasteful to, toss it. I just threw that blueberry in that barrel for now just to hold it in place. So I wanted to show you the beds. This large one in the back is for the berries, and this one is going to be for the onions. So I took a long break. We had dinner, we built these, And now I'm going to continue with the moving of all the stuff. It's kind of difficult. I'm stressed. All right, let's get this done. So just moving some more dirt around, I did go ahead and try to level the ground so that my bed was not crooked, but spoiler alert, it still is crooked. So I think I might have to fix that, but that's going to require me to remove the blueberries that I just planted today. I don't know. I did have to remove some alliums so that I can add my other bed, which is what I'm doing here. Oh my goodness, guys. So when I was planting my garlic in the fall, any garlic that didn't make it, I kind of threw it in the yard. And look what I found growing in my yard, this piece of garlic. I am for sure going to put it in dirt. It's a whole garlic. Let's see if something will happen. But I threw all the scraps just in the yard thinking like, whatever, it'll just die over winter. Holy cow. I just found it and I'm just gonna dug it up out of the grass. Crazy. Okay. So this hardware cloth is truly evil. It was probably the hardest thing I had to do. Normally, my boyfriend helps me, but he was working late and I really just wanted to get it done. And he ends up coming out and helping me anyway because he was like, "You're struggling, let me help you." So he did that while I was just like throwing some more dirt in. I do have some raised bed mix, but I wanted to kind of remove just the top part of these little barrels so that I can fill these with container mix that's fresh so that when I plant my flowers in, it gets some kind of nutrition. All right, guys, we are back. I realize I'm not going to fit back here. I have to cut down a little bit more for Cynthia, or just like this part of it. The back right here is fine, but I just want to let you know what I am using. I am using some berry tone, some biotone for roots, and the berry tone is just going to help with adding some like acidity. Berries really like acidity, and I'm also going to use some of the soil acidifier because I used old soil at the bottom, but the top was new. I also just kind of mixed it up. I put a little bit of cow manure, the black cow stuff, and I thought about buying a soil that's for, what is it called? For berries. But then I thought to myself, why? It was just expensive, so I decided against it. So let me show you the berries that I'll be planting in. I got these last year and they are, it really doesn't say what kind of blueberries they are. I wish it did, but it does not. And that's okay. This is a 6x2 bed. So I'm gonna eyeball it, but I don't want them to like encroach on each other too much. So I'm gonna try to, I feel like that's good. Yeah. Worst case scenario, you fix things, you can move things around. This root ball is so tight. It was root bound last year and I planted it in the fall. Like it really didn't get a chance to, I guess, live, really. It in fact is alive. It does have buds and green growth and everything, so I'm not too concerned about it, but it is what it is. I'm going to be using some biotone. That's just going to help with the roots. And I'm going to be generous with like everything. So the good thing about Espoma is that it's a natural product or an organic product. Therefore, it's not going to burn your roots. It really has like an amount that they want you to use or that you should use. And you can follow that. Of course, I don't. I just like, I season with my heart. And of course, I'm just going to mix that all in. Perfect. I'm going to plant that dead center. I'm going to plant it a little bit high. Just a little. And then I'm just going to add the straw that was on it around it, but not quite yet because I want to add my strawberries to this bed. And I'll do that on a different day. I got to dig my strawberries out of my vertical planter. That's why I'm not going to do it today. Oy. A little bit of biotone, or a lot of it. The roots are suffering on these guys, so I just want to make sure that they have a chance to be great. I mean, I do see lots of growth. So I have to trim these down, but I'm going to wait this year because it's the first year I'm going to have them. And so I don't want to, such a weird, I'm actually going to plant it in the kind of the same direction that that one's going, kind of back a little bit. But I don't want to trim anything until I kind of get a knack for what it's going to grow like. Anything crossing, I'm probably going to trim. Yeah, I probably will. Holy moly, guys, this was such a journey. It took forever to get this in place and everything else. I'm so excited about it. I am going to build a berry cage, or that's the goal. I may or may not get to that this year, but I definitely want to, because I do want to put my strawberries back here, but we'll see. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do yet. Holy cow, guys. I am really, really excited about it. Yeah, my blueberries are in. They're beautiful. The soil's extremely wet, and I don't know if you can see, but it's getting really gloom and doom. And so it's probably going to rain tonight. I'm going to water them in a very little. And but the soil's extremely wet, and the root ball was really wet also. But that's all I have today, folks. I'm so excited. I will definitely keep you posted, and I will definitely show you when I am planting my strawberries in here. But that's all I got today. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, if you didn't get it done today, there is always tomorrow.